on our YouTube channel and our TikTok channel. So basically, wherever you are, you can connect us through any of the channels. Your questions are also well accepted. Send them, as I keep on saying, send your questions powerfully. Send them without insults, without insinuations, and I'm going to answer them, or I'm going to send them to whoever is supposed to answer. And I think that things are going to be good. In the course of the week, a lot of political discourse. Ghana. In the course of the week, there have been a lot of political discourses, but we send our condolences to the Takwa MP. It was a sad news. A very young man of 40 years of age, a very, very young, vibrant man, who has gone through a lot in his political career. He has been attacked here and there, both the MPP and NDC. And the most funny thing is, as and when we are talking now, he has a case in court. The dead has a case in court. As and when we are talking now, his case is still in court. I don't know what is going to be done. I think he's going to be cancelled. And going forward, we're going to learn a lot of lessons from that. The guy has worked. I've gone through a lot of things that he's done today. I went through his constituency today. I made calls to his constituency today. And he's the darling boy of their constituency. He's the darling boy. People are crying all over the place. They are crying because he's gone, because he was a good man. And there's a saying that good men die early. That is a saying that good men die early. So the man is gone. He left kids. And he left a wife. So our condolences to the bereaved family, and our condolences to the New Patriotic Party, our condolences to the entire fraternity, the entire political fraternity. And I know that there will be a replacement. You know, one funny thing about life, and they say, as and when this guy is gone, people are thinking about by-elections. He's gone, but they are thinking about by-elections. He's gone. I hear one of them are planning very well for the by-elections. But that is not what we're going to talk about today. We'll have a young man who's risen through the political ranks. We're going to have him online and throw questions at him. Your questions are also accepted. We're going to ask them for you. And I just want to talk about the Electoral Commission. I also have a take. I keep on saying this, that the fact that I'm a Ghanaian, the fact that I also vote, I also have a take. The fact that I'm a Ghanaian, the fact that I vote, I also have a take. There are certain things going on that I think that we should talk about it also, because we are Ghanaians. I keep on saying my neutrality when it comes to the political discourse. I think about Ghana more than any political party, because I keep on saying that every political party came to meet the country Ghana, and that without Ghana there wouldn't be any political party. All political parties will come and go, but Ghana still remains. At a point in time, it was CPP. At a point in time, CPP was very vibrant in our political discourse. At a point in time, the man we call Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who fought for the nation Ghana, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who fought for our nation, who led us to independence. At a point in time, he begged to even come home and die, but they rejected him. He begged that, let me come home. I'm in exile. I have done a lot for the nation Ghana, and I'm in exile. I want to come home so I can die. He begged. He sent emissaries to Ghana to beg on his behalf, but he was rejected. That is why I keep on saying that political parties will come and go. They will leave the political scene, but Ghana still remains. Let me talk. Let me say facts. Let me tell the Electoral Commission that she should just do the right thing. We have a country to serve. We have a country, a nation to protect. We have a country to serve. We have a nation to protect. Madam, Yeah, the Ghana sika de tuya. You are being paid with our resources. Don't forget, you are serving Ghana. You are not serving MPP. You are neither are you serving NDC. You are serving the nation we call Ghana. You are serving the nation we call Ghana. So in your own thinking, in your own mind, do the right thing. Don't get any push. Don't be pushed by any of the political parties, both MPP and NDC. Don't be pushed. Posterity is going to judge you in any decision you take now. Posterity will judge you. Why am I saying all these things? I'm saying all these things because my minister said they are going to vote in 19 polling stations that she feels that the results are not accurate or the results are not forthcoming, or both parties or some parties are saying that they don't have pink sheets. Pink sheets. So she feels the right thing to do is that the remaining 19 seats are only pink sheets. No, we have to vote. I'm not against the decision, neither am I for that decision. I am not against, neither I am for. What I think, and I say, the right thing should be done. That is all I know. Mommy and fan no credit to baby and no credit. Facts are sacred. If you're a leader in a country, if you are a leader, whether voted, whether elected to serve, you are there not for your political gains, not because you are more powerful or more handsome or more beautiful than any other person. You are there because the country believes in you and that the country believes that you can serve. That is why you are there. Madam, you are not there because you are very beautiful. You are not there because you have all the qualifications. No, it is never true. You are there because the country believes in what you can do. I keep on saying something. Me, and I keep on saying it every now and then. That even if you employ me to work, not only use my own mind. The reason why you employed me, you don't allow me to use it to work. Berima, you are welcome. You don't allow me to use my own mind to work, and then you want to dictate the pace for me. You are trying to tell me that I am not knowledgeable. What family send me Juma? And that in as much as you picked me to work, you don't want me to use my mind. You want to dictate the pace for me. So use me as a robot. It is more like after our former electoral commissioner, Dr. Afarijan, and Mana Mubenyina, it's more like you are being remoted. I said the remote tomorrow. The ladies or the women that have taken the mantle now, it is more like you are being remoted as to the people are telling you what to do. You say this today. No one can for what kind of double standard are these? Are you leaders? About for Shamasiana, electoral commissioner. We a leader among for Shawasiana say you are there because of what you want to get. Are you a leader? Udim dia wo ye. And I say no, you are there because if you don't do the bidding of A or and I say B, you're going to lose your position. Posterity will judge you. Electoral commissioner, if you don't do the right thing, posterity will judge you. Nobody is threatening anybody, but yeah, you have husbands, you have wives, and you have kids way back home. And at the beer you are doing today, one day, fingers will be pointed at your kids. I keep on saying that any sitting president, what bagana, whether you did it good or bad, whether alive or dead, one day fingers will be pointed at your kids, depending on what you did. The same thing applies to the electoral commissioner. Anything that you are doing today, don't forget that one day fingers will be pointed at your kids. Any decision that you are taking today, don't forget that fingers will be pointed at your kids one day. That this man came, this woman came. These are the things that he or she did. At times it is so embarrassing that leaders, Marco School, you have your own mindset, you have your own thinking pattern, and you are given a particular job to do. You have your own job descriptions. You allow politicians to dictate the pace for you. What kind of thinking pattern do we have? At times I ask myself, how do we think as Ghanaians? How do we think as leaders? It is going to bring problems to us. Nadia, you are welcome. It is going to bring problems to us as a nation. And we keep on doing it. It is so funny, say, elections. Election a year. An electoral commissioner, as at now, constituency be over. They are not represented in parliament. Isn't that a failure? Isn't that a shame? And for close to over 6 months now, you are now calling for 19 police stations and start waiting to declare Abano. What kind of electoral commissioner are you? Are you, in your own mind, are you competent or incompetent? In your own mind, or you're competent and also you're incompetent. At times, one of the things I had when is when Ghanaians, when professionals who are Ghanaians, when we travel, we do things rightfully. Most of them were trained elsewhere. Most of them were trained abroad. Most of our leaders came through. Most of them were educated abroad. Most. So most of them understand the systems, understand how things are working, how things work elsewhere in the diaspora. Most of us, we know. But the most annoying part is that as soon as we enter our country, Ghana, that Niema Ubesha you see to go and better the citizens of the nation with a certain position you've been given, they do things anyhow. Okoka, they think it is political vendetta or something. In the next few minutes, we're going to connect to Enoch. In the next few minutes, we are going to connect to Enoch. And we're going to talk to him. Yeah. In the next few minutes, we're going to connect to Enoch and we're going to talk to him. A young, vibrant politician who is doing well in the political discourse of our country, Ghana. He's doing extremely good. So in the next few minutes, we're going to connect to him. But what I'm saying right away, and they say, let us think as leaders of our nation. Let us think about the next generation. That whatever thing that I'm doing today, what script am I writing for the next generation? Whatever thing that I'm doing today, what are the scripts that I'm writing for the next generation? We do things anyhow, thinking that nobody is checking me, nobody is doing that. We do things to please our paymasters. I keep on saying this, that it is this MPP NDC thing that we are doing way back home. Omani be you. Omani nye you. It is this MPP NDC thing that we are doing. We are so much affiliated to the political party. Say, Adiebia Enya Kurad want to justify that is good. And the most worrying part is that the youth of today, we are being pushed into doing those things. The electoral commissioner, I am talking to you. Madam Electoral Commissioner, I am talking to you. Bebia wobiano, let somebody tell her that Adiebia Oyebiano, posterity will judge her. Whether she's doing right or wrong. And then I heard, and as I heard, it is there that the injunction that they took or they went for to the High Court, the injunction has been dismissed. In the next few minutes, we'll connect. Let's go for a commercial break, and I'll be back very soon.
Greetings from Hamburg. My name is Teresa Edu from Akwaba Travel and Tours Hamburg. If you want holiday packages, you are free to come to our office. If you want tickets all over the world, our ticket sales is global. You can also follow on us for visa services, and for our Ghanaian fellows, you can apply Ghana passports here in our office, Vansbecker Chose 15C. We are the U-Bahn station, Vatinal. You can also reach us per telephone +49 176 416 27723. Email us at info@akwaba-tours.com. Visit our website www.akwabatravelandtours.com. Thank you. Greetings from Hamburg. My name is Teresa Edu from Akwaba Travel and Tours Hamburg. If you want holiday packages, you are free to come to our office. If you want tickets all over the world, our ticket sales is global. You can also follow on us for visa services, and for our Ghanaian fellows, you can apply Ghana passports here in our office, Vansbecker Chose 15C. We are the U-Bahn station, Vatinal. You can also reach us per telephone +49 176 416 27723. Email us at info@akwaba-tours.com. Visit our website www.akwabatravelandtours.com. Thank you. Greetings from Hamburg. My name is Teresa Edu from Akwaba Travel and Tours Hamburg. If you want holiday packages, you are free to come to our office. If you want tickets all over the world, our ticket sales is global. You can also follow on us for visa services, and for our Ghanaian fellows, you can apply Ghana passports here in our office, Vansbecker Chose 15C. We are the U-Bahn station, Vatinal. You can also reach us per telephone +49 176 416 27723. Email us at info@akwaba-tours.com. Visit our website www.akwabatravelandtours.com. Thank you. Greetings from Hamburg. My name is Teresa Edu from Akwaba Travel and Tours Hamburg. If you want holiday packages, You are free to come to our office. If you want tickets all over the world, our ticket sales is global. You can also follow on us for visa services, and for our Ghanaian fellows, you can apply Ghana passports here in our office, Vansbecker to say 15C. We are the U-Bahn station, Vatinal. You can also reach us per telephone +49 176 416 27723. Email us at info@aquaba-tours.com. Visit our website www.aquabatravelandtours.com. Thank you. Greetings from Hamburg. My name is Teresa Edu from Aquaba Travel and Tours Hamburg. If you want holiday packages, you are free to come to our office. If you want tickets all over the world, our ticket sales is global. You can also follow on us for visa services, and for our Ghanaian fellows, you can apply Ghana passports here in our office, Vansbecker to say 15C. We are the U-Bahn station, Vatinal. You can also reach us per telephone +49 176 416 27723. Email us at info@aquaba-tours.com. Visit our website www.aquabatravelandtours.com. Thank you.
Hello. Once again, we are back with our friend and our brother to have a political discourse. I mean, discourses are very important, Unya. Good evening, Enoch.
Good evening.
Let us know you more. You are Enoch Edieng, and who is Enoch? Who is Enoch?
Okay, so my name is Enoch Pojoake. I'm a young communicator for the New Patriotic Party.
Okay.
Here in Ghana.
Okay.
Yes. So as a communicator, of which I started my communication journey, I think just some few months ago when the party went into opposition.
Okay.
Personally, I've taken it upon myself to use the traditional media and the new media to communicate to Ghanaians, and especially voters, and especially people who align with the vision of the New Patriotic Party, to communicate with them on updates, and also to bring out loopholes and criticisms on some dealings of the current government, which we think is not going on right. So that is basically what I do now.
All right, Enoch.
Yes.
When the first time I posted you, before I posted you, I had a call from a friend way back in London who called me and told me there's a young politician who is extremely good, and I want you to talk to him for me. A very good friend of mine, and I had to go through the process to get Enoch. But when I posted you, the posters came out, I had my producer calling me and asking me, Enoch looks so young, like an 18-year-old boy. And I told him, no, Enoch is in the tertiary institution. Hope I'm right. Where are you now? What do you do now?
Okay, so I'm currently in my final year in Accra Technical University, studying public relations with digital communication.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So producer,
level 400, yes.
So producer Enoch is in his final year at Accra Technical University.
Yes, and especially to, I think, yes, make it clear, the first batch of President Akufo-Addo's free education. Yes.
Okay. So Enoch is part of the free SHS. So Enoch, is that the reason why you are communicating for MPP? Because they did you good?
Not really, but you see, I think I have started to analyze these two political parties, and I think the NPP has done very much when it comes to social intervention policies that benefit the whole Ghanaian at large. So, especially as a free SHS beneficiary, looking at other colleagues and people who have been able to go through this process for about 8 years, having people moving from this second cycle education free, I think it is one of the major reasons why I will have to advocate and then speak to let Ghanaians know that President Akufo-Addo, even though had a few issues, but did very well as a president to ensuring that Ghanaians and people from the period of 2017 till now benefited from this free SHS policy. And it is laudable, and we have to make Ghanaians aware.
All right. My people in Hamburg are not seeing you well. They are just seeing your head. Good.
Okay.
I think producer is okay now.
Okay.
All right. So basically, because of you think because of the social interventions of NPP that made you more or less join the party and communicate. It's not a matter of they taking you through secondary school. That is why.
Oh, not at all. You see, when you look at the NPP party and the NDC, right from this Fourth Republic, from President Rawlings to President Kufuor to President Atamels to President Mahama to President Akufo-Addo and President Mahama again, comparing these two political parties, we are looking at a political party that thinks about the ordinary Ghanaian, right from President Kufuor, the introduction of NHIS, to a whole lot, free maternity and all that. You see, this is a party that cares about Ghanaians. And I'm not sure when I ask my brothers on the other side, they will be able to even give me one social intervention policy that they've brought. You know, every government constructs roads, we build schools, we do a whole lot. But we are looking at a government that has brought a special initiative in place from the Fourth Republic, and NPP, the equation.
Okay.
Yes. So that is one of the main reasons why, personally, I am in to advocate and speak for the new patriot.
So, how has your political journey been? From where to where? You said you started about let's take it about 6 months ago, right? You started communicating for the MPP about 6 months ago. So how has it been like? Do you receive threats on your life?
It hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy, especially sometimes you get some messages, but it's all part. People give you some threats. People give you some words of encouragement. Some people call you to encourage you. Some even just send you text messages. You won't even know where they got your number from. Some threatening, some are giving you words of encouragement. I think it hasn't been easy, but it is one of the best, and I think I've not regretted touring this part and communicating for my party.
All right. Recently we lost, about some few days ago, NPP has lost a young, vibrant politician. We don't know the cause of his death, but I mean, going through social media, people are attributing it to a lot of things. What is your take on his death? What do you say to that?
Okay, so I think here in Ghana, from the very day we heard that Honorable Ernest Yakumi, we've lost him, sympathizers and party lovers, think everywhere, even the whole country as a whole, has been in silence. And I think as communicators, when we visit the various stations, we try to offer condolences to the family, the wife and children. It is very painful. And this informs us that as people, as Ghanaians, we do not know what is ahead of us. And it is informing us that, yes, once again, we have to take very good care of ourselves and also continue to pray for each other. So I think for some time, when we visit stations, we are in black. We are still in pain for the loss of such a great person in our party. Very young, I think 40 years.
Sure.
It is not easy. It is painful. But I think at this point, every person, every human being will have to do an introspection of him or herself and then know wherever each person is heading to. That in this earth, we are only visitors. We are only passing. anytime we can be called. Anytime we can be called. So for us, and as a young communicator, I'll continue to send condolences to their family, their wife and children, extended family, that we know it's painful, but God himself should touch them and then give them peace. And also rest in peace to Honorable Ernest Yaokumi and the whole MPP fraternity and Ghana as a whole. And minority in parliament, we want to send some condolences to them for losing such a great person. So as a party, I think we are in pain and we are still sympathizing the death of our beloved one. Yes.
Your party was in court the whole of the week. I think the ruling came out today that the court has dismissed the injunction against the EC concerning the Ablekuma North elections. That the EC says that they are going to you are going to more or less conduct another election in 19 polling stations in Ablekuma North, and your party lost the injunction case. What is your take on that? Do you think it is political vendetta? Do you think the woman is being pushed, or do you think that is what should be done?
You see, when it comes to issues of Ablekuma North, well, this speaking sometimes in some way, you see, the EC has not been fair with, I won't say NPP, but the whole Ghanaian and the people of Ablekuma North.
Okay.
Right from December 7th, the Electoral Commission made a stance know that in Ablekuma North, we have 3 polling stations. Out of the 281 polling stations, we've been able to collate 278, and we only left with 3. Mr. Bosman Asari himself in Parliament, under an oath, made it known to Parliament that the only thing we need is security to be able to collate this 3 and then declare. Let us not forget that with preliminary results that came out, Madame Efriye was leading with 414 votes difference. And this 3 is the decider and matters in the election.
Okay.
Now, with all your press releases and your interviews and what have you in Parliament, minority, with Mr. Bosman Asari's statement, march from Parliament to the IGP's office, which is the head office of the Ghana Police Service, to submit a petition that we've listened to the EC, and they are saying that all what they need is security to be able to collate these 3 results. This is what Mr. Bosman Asare, Madame Jean Mensah, and the others told us. So this is our petition. Please help in that regard by providing the securities for them. Then in some days, we hear some party faithfuls of the NDC crying out loud saying that the EC must go. And Mr. Esiedun Ketia is not an exception. He sat on television to say that the EC body must all go. We heard some NDC faithfuls also crying. And then in just some few days, we hear the EC coming out again to tell us that we have to rerun 19 polling stations out of 37. And the MPP is saying that from interception, from the start, your stance has already been 3. What changed now from 3 to 19? This means you've not been fair, not only to the MPP, but to the voters of Ablekuma North. Because what has changed from this 3 to 19? Give us a reason. You are telling us that you cannot use scanned pin sheet, and you did investigation, and out of 37, you found out that 19 will have to do a rerun. And Madame Efriye is saying that this means you've not been fair to me as a candidate. So for me, as NPP, as a political party, we believe in democracy. So we are going to try in court. We are going to give our case to a competent court of jurisdiction to speak for us. Unfortunately, as you are saying, court has dismissed our injunction. And all what we wanted to achieve was that the election, which is supposed to happen on Friday, we want an injunction on the election. 2, we believe the EC alone cannot annul the decision or cancel an election in a constituency.
Okay.
But together with the court, they can do that. But unfortunately, we went to the court, we've lost, and they told us to go and have this rerun. But for us, all what we are saying is that this is a precedent that the NDC, together with the EC is laying down. All what we wanted to avoid was that we don't want a time to come in 2028 where a parliamentary candidate will be losing an election and will use Able go and take some pin sheet and burn them and tell us that we can't find pin sheet, so we should go and have a rerun again in that constituency. That is the precedent we don't want it to happen. That a time came in 2025 where Ablekuma North, because of 3 polling stations, EC had to change the decision to have a rerun in 19 polling stations. That is what we wanted to avoid. But today, the NDC is happy and jubilating, even though we've not even had this rerun, and are moving their party gurus to go to Ablekuma North and campaign for Madam Irabna Oben. It is fine. Everything is in place. But this is a precedent we are setting down. And you know, NDC, when they came to power, has set a lot of precedents. Not forgetting the Chief Justice issue, a precedent has been set. They are telling us that even Chief Justice can be removed, just like a minister. When you come to power, when a new government comes, they bring their ministers. So when we also come, we also bring our Chief Justice. That is what NDC has done. So for us, it is fair, it is fine. But this political witch hunt and vendetta NDC want to carry along, the Ghanaian people are watching, and everybody is watching. The people of Ablekuma North is watching. They are saying this candidate should go and gather another money and go and move people from their homes to come and vote again to elect a parliamentary candidate for Ablekuma North. We have no problem, but I believe that whatever that is happening now is a precedent that the NDC government is setting down for every political party that will come in after 2024.
We are streaming live on all our media platforms. On our Facebook is Radio TopAfric, YouTube is Radio TopAfric, TikTok is Radio TopAfric. So you can send all your messages across, and I'm going to ask Enoch for you. Enoch, so who do you blame? Because these elections were conducted somewhere last year when President Akufo-Addo was the then president. The vice president, who was the candidate then, was the head of the police council. And I recollect that the sitting electoral commissioner said that all that she wanted was security to announce the elections. By then, they never bothered to give her security. Now a new government is in, and this is the result. Are we blaming the former president, the vice, the EC, or we are putting the blames on the doorsteps of the NDC?
Okay, so these are some of the few issues I think we had, or personally had, with my government, because you see, we were in the worms of affairs. We were handling everything till January 7th. And you see, if these things are happening now, we'll just say that this is a new government that is in power, and they have authority now over the police and all other security agencies. And you know, once you lose election and you're in government, from that period till the time you hand over, you are just, I think, let me say, packing yourself to leave office.
Okay.
And MPP as a party, after December 7th, when our flag bearer, Dr. Baumia, announced that he has lost, and calling on all party members to do all those needful things, I think just at that point, we had lost everything, because you are no more in the warmth of affairs. You are even just exiting office. You've come out to declare that you've lost an election.
Okay.
So how do you move on to tell police or do this? And we saw what happened after December 7th. We saw what the likes of Malik Basintali and the rest were doing. Yes, the current communication minister, what they were doing, they were marching 5K men and women to every coalition center. We saw that. Even when we had not handed over to them, we saw what they were doing from December 7th till the day we handed over to them. They were marching. And you see, I always say, if not because of the hard work or the toughness of some candidates, like in Saum, would have lost it.
So are you saying that the MPP, when it comes to
and didn't
elections, are you guys weak?
Say we've lost the presidential, so let's leave the rest for them. So you could see that the MPP sent, we went to court, and the court ruled that some constituencies should be declared. EC should sit on them. And in Saum, I think in Saum was one of them. And Ablekuma North was part. And EC did the work, with the exception of Ablekuma North. still saying, I need security. I need security. But unfortunately, the security was not provided. The security was not provided till we left office and the NDC took charge. And you see, the NDC knew the results at Ablekuma then, the preliminary results we had, and they knew Madame Efrio was leading with a very slim margin. And they are in the warmth of affair now. So whatever they have to do to ensure their candidate wins Ablekuma North, as the party in power, they are going to do it. That is why we are saying that you, NDC, you are telling us now that 19 police station, when we run there, it is good now. You want that to happen. It is clearly telling us that you people have what you perceived and what you want to achieve. But you see, if we are joined forces together with MPP and NDC and have marched on to say what the EC is doing is wrong, and that the EC from December 7th till the very day they said we have to have a rerun, their stance was 3 police stations. Why have they changed their mind? We are 40 together. We are sure we would have gotten to a good point. But unfortunately, when we were fighting that the EC had made a U-turn from 3 to 19, the NDC was marching its people to go to Ablekuma North and campaign for Madame Orbin. So for us, we are only saying we are quiet and we are monitoring.
Okay.
Power, they say, is transient.
Okay.
And you can't be in power forever. Even if it is 30 years, 50 years, you definitely go to opposition. And another party will come to power. And the very same stick you are using to hit the chi, it is the same stick we use it to hit bar. And we do not expect people to comment. We are watching all these CSOs and all other people, this Christian Council organization and everybody, as they are quiet now. We expect that when power changes hands and we are touring the same path, we do not want to hear these civil organizations coming out to cry out loud. Yes, that is what I can say.
All right. I have 3 strong men watching you right now. One is my boss, Desmond. He tells me he's enjoying the show. One is from the camp of Honorable Kennedy Japan, and one is from the camp of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Where do you stand? Are you a connected, or you are a Baumia, whatever? What is the slogan for Baumia? I know Kennedy Japan's slogan is connected. Are you connected, or are you in the camp of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia?
I don't think those are all the candidates you have. What you have now, I think a lot of people have also declared.
Those are the leading candidates.
I don't think the argument should be about, are you connected or about
per researches? Those 2 are the leading. They are the leading candidates.
Dr. Brian,
okay,
Dynamo, and the rest. Yes, but you see, for me, my goal is to see my party win 2028 election. So, and I personally, I don't think moving left or right, at the end, it is my party that is going into an election.
Dr. Pargrave Boachi Dankwa is watching you now.
Pardon me, Dr.
Pargrave Boachi Dankwa.
Oh, okay. He was in my school, I think 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yes, he came with Mr. Kennedy, a compare Japan, Honorable Ken, for a program in my school.
Okay.
Yes, Accra Technical University.
So Doctor is watching you right now. He's listening.
Him. Yes.
I know he's going to send you a message, and I'm going to ask the question for you. So where do you stand?
Yes. So for me, I think it is too early to make a stance. I'm still going through. We have Dr. Baumia, Honorable Kennedy Japan, Dr. Brian, Dr. Educhum. I believe all these people are capable of leading our party to win victory. So for me, I think I am still watching through. And yes, before we get to this election, I'll make a stand. But for now, it is my party, NPP. And my duty now is to communicate and let the Ghanaian people know what the NDC government is doing now, which is not in the best interest of Ghanaians. So my duty now is to communicate and make the ill doing of the NDC aware to the whole Ghanaian people. So for now, I don't think it is early or right to declare. I'm still looking through this candidate, listening to their conversations, and I think I'm enjoying almost all of them. And I love all of them, from Honorable Kennedy Japan, Dr. Baumia, Dr. Brian Champon, Mr. Adenimo, and everybody, Dr. Duchuma. In fact, I love their conversation, and they are all capable of winning power for us come 2028. Because
Okay.
listening to some of the names from the NDC, I'm not sure any of them is a match for the names we've seen pop up for the flag bearership position for the NPP. So for now, my duty is to be able to communicate, to let Ghanaians know that the Galamsey NDC preach in opposition, that when they come, they are going to stop in 1 week. It is becoming worse. Excavators are getting missing. The dollar that they preach or they are saying has come down. It is not affecting prices of goods and services. Today, in banks, people are not getting dollar to buy. It is my duty to let the Ghanaian people know that we have over 30,000 or 300,000 first-year students in university. And as at now, the NDC, together with their PR and settings, have been able to pay only 15,000, which is not even able to get a total number of student freshers in Accra Technical University. How much more the whole Ghana? So this is the duty of what the NPP, what we have to do, to let the Ghanaian people know that NDC is using what do you call it, the goodwill they have now to influence a lot of decisions that is not in the best interest of the Ghanaian people. Today, we are seeing President Mohammed's brother going in, getting into our gold. You see, these are the things we have to speak about. And for now, I will urge every NPP member to let people close to them know that this is what the NDC is doing, and they are treading on a path that will end Ghanaians in a doom. The NDC, as a party, when they came into power, is trying to hijack every arm of government, from the executive to the judiciary to the legislature, and we can see that today they have 183 in parliament, and they want Abdulkumanov to join so that they can have 2/3 of parliament. And you know, when they have 2/3 of parliament, what they can do with that? 2/3 is very powerful. They can use 2/3 when they get a referendum to amend the constitution to favor them. So the NDC is tearing a path that is dangerous to our democracy. So for us as NPP, we have to communicate. We have to let the Ghanaian people know that what the NDC is doing, it is not in favor. Today, what they preach in opposition, that Akufo-Addo doesn't want to sign the anti-LGBTQ what have you bill. Today, President Mahama, when he went to a UN meeting, decided to abstain from signing. You see how the NDC is? They are trying to use all means to get whatever they want for themselves because they believe they have the goodwill of the Ghanaian people. So for me, I will use that energy to communicate to the Ghanaian people so that they know what the NDC is doing in power. That, when they continue to do, will affect us Ghanaians. So that is, I think, what we want to do.
Osei Kojo wants to ask you a question. Osei says that, Senior Otabil, tell him to bow his head in shame. Today he's able to talk about the dollar. Wow. Was he living in a different world when the dollar was hovering around 16, 17 Ghana? We can't go this way as a country. Opposition sees everything as bad.
You see, Ghanaians, we always go on to blame the SWA government. President Akufo-Addo did this, did that. But you see, dollar, they say, has gone down. But have you asked yourself, what is the NDC doing? Or what specially have they done to ensure that the dollar moved from that amount to this?
Magically,
the NDC has not been able to even pay contractors. They are not making any expenditure in government. And they think their artificial dollar will be able to save them. But you see, a time is coming where all these people will come. The dollar, as they say, of which it has reduced from 14, what have you, to about 10. We are all watching closely. Contractors will start asking for money. Today, visit most of the roads that we have our contractors on. They've left site because the NDC government doesn't want to issue payment because they are scared that the dollar will skyrocket. But you see, Ghanaians are watching. Whatever you do, definitely we will know The dollar they claim is at 10. Has the dollar been able to affect prices of goods and services? Let's ask ourselves that. It's not about bowing your head in shame. You left the dollar at 16. If you have a dollar that is moving from 16 to 15 to 10, and the Ghanaian people is not having an effect of that dollar, then what is the essence of moving the dollar from 16 to 10? Then it has no effect. Then when we visit, you see, the dollar is 10. But today, go to the forest, go to the abuchi, they are selling it at 12, 13, 14. In our banks, we are not getting dollar to buy. So we have to go to this abuchi. So what is the essence of the dollar you've moved from 15 to 10? This will tell us what is the essence. If it is not affecting prices of goods and services, if when we visit banks, we do not get dollar to buy, what is the essence of this dollar? And you see the artificial dollar that they are parading with, moving their shoulders on, riding their shoulders on, Ghanaians are all watching. Ghanaians are all watching. And soon, when everybody starts moving, just like how the nurses, the teachers, and the rest are demanding for good services and the rest, contractors will also start moving in for their monies. And that is where we see the true dollar. So for us, we are only watching them closely.
I spoke to Mavis, one of your communicators in Ashanti region. And I asked Mavis about the performance of this current government. And Mavis gave this government 3/10. And I asked her why. Because the dollar is being regulated and everything is going on well per our checks and per the records. Why is he giving the government 3/10? And Mavis was telling me that the government preached 24-hour economy, and that as of now, he has not started a 24-hour economy. But Enoch, between myself and yourself, now the president has launched the 24-hour economy, trying to touch all angles of our economy. What is your take on the 24-hour economy?
You see, the NDC government, I think we'll have to clap for them for the way they've been able to use this PR and settings and their gimmicks to get the goodwill of the Ghanaian people. You see, 24-hour economy. As at now, I remember when President Mahama came to Parliament, the State of the Nation's address, they asked him that, Mr. Mahama, President, you didn't touch on 24-hour economy. And he clearly told us that, oh, wait, when the finance minister comes to Parliament with a budget, he will touch on it. We had Honorable Atufos in coming to Parliament. He also didn't touch. He didn't factor 24-hour economy in the budget. I remember Honorable Afenyo Martins clearly asking, and Honorable Atufos told us that, wait, the man in charge for 24-hour economy, Honorable Gusitano, will come to Parliament with the whole 24-hour economy policy document. We say, good. And I think they've been able to land a policy that is already dead on arrival. You preach about 24-hour economy, you preach about jobs, and even when you assume office, you've sacked over 30,000 people in public service. These are how people work, You are preaching that the 24-hour economy, the goal is to employ people. And when you came to power, you sacked people. And even with Bank of Ghana, it is because of backlash and people speaking. That is why they even reversed it back and called the people back. Today, you are preaching on a policy. And I asked myself, I saw something like Ghana Port has started 24-hour economy. And I asked myself, when did Ghana Port even open? Did an advertisement for people to come in and apply? And the reply I got was that, they already had a wide number of people. So they only had to shift people from morning to evening. And I asked myself, when we do that, have we been able to achieve this 24-hour economy? Just beside my school is where we do this gazette. How do you call it? Publishing.
Okay.
They launch it nicely, and we have Honorable Fosukwachi coming in to launch 24-hour economy. Do you know what they did?
No.
They only moved the staff, some from morning to evening. And I'm asking myself, when we do that, have we been able to achieve the aim of 24-hour economy where they're supposed to provide jobs? We are now shifting people from morning to evening. And then we parade and do settings and let people know that we've achieved 24-hour economy. And I ask myself that the private man that you want to push 24-hour economy on his neck, if that private man produces 100 bags of water a day and that is what the people buy. That is what he gets his profit. And there is no other demand. Are you sure you can force 24-hour economy on that private man's neck to come and run 24-hour economy because you are providing that private man with lesser or cheaper electricity and some slash in taxes? No, the man selling or producing the biscuit or water will not do 24-hour economy if he's able to meet his demand for 12 hours. If morning I am producing 10 and I'm not even able to even sell that 10, and you are telling me you give me electricity tariffs at low prices and you slash some taxes for me, and for that reason I should come and run 24-hour economy, I will run at a loss. You get me?
Okay.
So this 24-hour economy is all about demand. When the private person get demands, you, President Mahama, will not even tell the private man to run a 24-hour economy. Personally, that private man will run because there is demand. But if there is low demand, what is the probability that the private man will come and opt for a 24-hour economy? So the policy, it is dead on arrival. And you see, how many people can we even employ with our government sector when we say we are running in a government sector? How many people can we employ? The people who even came to meet you, are sacking them. And you are riding on 24-hour economy to promise. You understand?
Okay.
So the 24-hour economy, my brother, it is dead on arrival. They should have rather channeled the energy to make the one district, one factory continue that project. That would have given Ghanaians more jobs.
Okay.
You understand?
Sure.
But today, one district, one factory, they've just scrapped it off. And they want to ride on the shoulder of 24-hour economy. When they could have continued that program, which could have given Ghanaian people a lot of jobs. But you see, they decided that we'll ride. And let me tell you, if 24-hour economy is not able to hold, it is not able to do its mandate, the Ghanaian people will be fed up and NDC will find itself wanting.
Are you a prophet of doom, or you want the country to progress? Enoch, do you hear me? Hello, Enoch.
Hello.
Are you a prophet of doom, or you want to see us progress? It's like all
Hello?
MPP. Yeah, Enoch, I can hear you now. It's like
Your voice is very low.
very low. I am asking whether you are a prophet of doom, but because it's like every MPP communicator I talk to wants to see the government fail.
I'm finding it difficult to hear you, please.
Okay, what I'm saying is, it's like every NPP
Yes,
person
I can
talk
hear
to.
you now.
It's like every MPP person I talk to is praying for this government to fail. Is MPP now a party of doom? That they don't want to see us progress because the dollar the MPP is saying it's not feasible. The 24-hour economy is not feasible. Things are not going on the right way. Is it that the MPP wants to see the country fail, or they want to see President Mahama fail?
Not at all. I am not sure, because before every person in NPP became an NPP fan or supporter,
Okay.
that person is first a Ghanaian.
Okay.
That is one thing we have to know.
Okay.
But you see, when we criticize or bring out the wrongdoings of the NDC, and people move on to say that we want to see the NDC fail, that is wrong. If the person, that is the work of the opposition. I think so. When I see people saying Honorable Afenyo is doing too much, he's doing that, he's doing this, people do not understand his duty. His duty as an opposition minority leader is to bring out the wrongdoings of the NDC. And that is exactly what we are doing. It is not that anybody wants to see the NDC fail. No. Before we became NPP, we are Ghanaians.
Okay.
And our stance are clear. When President Akufo-Addo was threading on some parts which the NDC felt was wrong, they cried out loud, they complained, they spoke. And you see, Ghanaians listen. And that is why the Ghanaian people gave them the mandate that you said President Akufo-Addo was doing A, so we should vote him out. When you come and do B. And now you came in and you are also continuing the A President Akufo-Addo is doing. So as sympathizers of NPP, we will complain. And that argument that President Akufo-Addo did same. So why are we complaining? We do not even have that moral right to comment when President Mahama is doing same. That is another baddest comment that we shouldn't hear from anybody. That President Akufo-Addo did same, so we shouldn't say. Because President Akufo-Addo didn't sign the LGBTQ bill, when Mahama went to UN and decided not to vote some in that bill over there, we shouldn't speak. That is a whack argument. No. That is the reason why Ghanaians voted NPP out. So once we are out and we are in, we expect you to do what the Ghanaian people voted you to do. And we are the only people who can make it known to the Ghanaian people that, hey, the NDC is treading on this party. That is not right. And it's not as if you want to see them fail. No. What is the benefit of seeing them fail? No. It is an opportunity for us, whilst in opposition, to sit, reorganize, restructure our party, and again to criticize the wrongdoings of the current government. That is our duty, as simple as that.
Okay, my boss, Dr. Amma, she's saying something. Dr. Amma says that he thinks you are right. He thinks that the one district, one factory thing was a good project, and that it should have been continued, and that what the youth need now, especially the young ones. Dr. Amma thinks that the youth needs jobs, and that everybody wants to see, not basically to see the government fail, but Dr. Amma thinks that what you are doing is called constructive criticism. Do you agree? Do you agree with my boss?
Exactly, as Doctor has said, we are not just here to say. You see, I think when President Mahama does anything that is good, we clap for him. We were here when he told us he delivered on his 60 ministerial appointments. Yes, he did well. But again, when he said, when we saw the budget and we saw that what is the essence of cancelling ministries and telling us that you decreased it from 120 or so to 60, but in your budget, it is not reflecting that. That is when we come in. You see, you are telling that because what is the essence of reducing your ministers to 60, but your budget is still bloated? You get me? There is no more Ministry of Information, but your budget to the Office of Government Communication is much more than a ministry's budget. That is where we come in to give a constructive criticism. You get me?
Sure.
We come in to speak to the issue that, why is Mr. Honorable Ofosu-Kwakye getting 78 million of the Ghanaian taxpayers' money only for communication, where when we had a ministry, that amount was not even going there? You get me? So it is not about when they do what is right, we come in to applaud them.
I think Enoch will have a special time to talk about the economy, because I did finance at the university.
Okay.
And I love talking about the economy.
Okay.
So basically, we're going to find time one of these days and delve deep into the economy with whatever thing that is happening with the CD, with the dollar, with timelines, with everything about the economy.
Everything.
We're going to delve
Yes.
deep into it and see whether the government is doing something right. Whether the government,
inflation has moved from 23 to 18, but you
Okay.
see, we still have it's not affecting prices of goods and services. That is what we are raising. That is the concern we are raising. That what affects or determine prices of goods and services. One is transport fare. One is the dollar. One is when inflation comes down. So when we see all this going down, but still we see goods and services or prices of goods skyrocketing, we should be able to give analysis and argument to that. That if I was buying this, how do you call it, orange 3 or tomatoes 3 for 10 cedis, where the dollar was at 15 cedis, where the inflation was at 23. Today, if the dollar is at 10, if I'm seeing inflation drop to 18, if I'm seeing fuel prices drop to 15%, it should be able to translate into the price of goods and services. But it doesn't. If it doesn't happen, so we should be able to speak to it. You get me?
Okay.
So that is what we are saying. That is what we want to raise the eyebrow of Ghanaians on. It is not that we only want to criticize. No, that is not it. But we want to let the Ghanaian people know that the theatrics and the gimmicks and the PR and settings the NDC is doing is too much. We want to see things translating into the prices of goods and services. That is what we are saying.
All right. Enoch, what are your final words?
So my final words is that we only want the NDC to know that whatever they do now in government, that is what the Ghanaian people will use to analyze them on whether they should give them another 4-term mandate or they should sit somewhere for another party to come into government. Today, as I said, in the executive, we've seen directors who are civil servants being sacked to go home. But under normal circumstances, directors shouldn't be affected when there is change of power. We've seen normal employees who are in working organization, government sectors, being sacked to go home. That is an influence in the executive. Coming to the legislature, we are seeing what is going on in Ablekuma North. It is telling us clearly the path the NDC want to pass through. Again, to the judiciary, when there is a suspended CJ case, the NDC has found its way to pass 7 Supreme Court judges, clearly telling us the path they want to go through. So we want Ghanaians to draw their minds somewhere that the NDC has an agenda that is to touch every arm of the government. So Ghanaians should open their eyes wide and speak to it. Civil organizations, Christian organizations, faith-based organizations, everybody. The Galamsey issue is skyrocketing. It is getting closer, moving from Eastern region to Greater Accra. We are seeing it. When President Akufo-Addo was in government, they told us Galamsey was being done at Jubilee House. Today, the same excavators are getting missing. Today, we are seeing party faithfuls of NDC moving to the pit, doing Galamsey. But I want to tell the Ghanaian, the NDC full soldiers one thing, that when your party is treading on a path that is not right, do not go on to defend everything. That is what cost us. When we saw that the wrongdoings of our party in power, we decided to keep mute. And that is the same thing NDC is doing. Today, we've seen Bahumia's aide being given appointment, presidential staffer, where the ordinary party full soldier who was doing 5K, let's move here, has still not even gotten an appointment letter for just employment. We are all watching. But all we want to say is that NPP will bounce back. We are restructuring, reorganizing, and we'll bounce back. Everything will move on, and we'll come back to power come 2028. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
All right.
Really appreciate
all right,
it. Thank you very much.
We are going to do a research throughout the week in the markets, and we are going to get prices of goods, compare them, and do a documentary in the course of the week, comparing prices of goods and services. Because my boss wants that. I've seen my boss sent me a message as to that because you mentioned it. So he wants us to more or less be credible in our news. So in the course of the week, I'm going to call him. I'm going to get reporters to give me prices of goods and services before and now. Then we compare to the CD and dollar. I think we are going to get you again. Then we're going to talk about that. Delve deep into the economy. Talk more about the economy and is it affecting the Ghanaian negatively or positively? Then we come to a common conclusion. Thank you very much, Enoch.
Sure.
And I'm going to call you
Thank
after
you very
we're going
much.
to talk. Thank you very much for coming. Welcome. But before you go, Silta is saying something that prices of goods and services will not be reduced if all things being equal. Okay, that's what I hear. My boss wants me to get reporters so that I'm going to do that. And I'm going to get you back next week with another NDC guy on top. Then we're going to talk about prices of goods and services, comparing now and then. Then we're going to get to the rightful conclusion. Thank you very much, Enoch. And I'm going to see you again.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. I
All
appreciate it.
You too then. So this is Radio TopAfric. We are streaming on all our platforms. TikTok, Facebook. TikTok is Radio TopAfric. Facebook is Radio TopAfric. And our YouTube channels are Radio TopAfric. Share them and share them. Everyone who came on board, thanks for coming. Dr. Amma was here. Osei Kojo, thank you very much. Berima, thank you very much. my boss Johnny, thank you, Desmond, thank you very much, and to the production. I keep on saying one thing, that I have the best producer, and he's in the person of Johnny. Thank you very much, Johnny, for producing the show. I'm out of your way. See you again. Bye bye.